Oh boy, my hair is. I feel like it's starting to break off if I don't do something to it, and I cannot do hair, so this is not a hair video. Um, because I do not know how to do good hair. But a lot of people ask me, "How the heck do you have? Why are you a single mom with 10 kids?" That sounds really crazy. And I'm gonna tell y'all. So this is probably gonna be a long video, but maybe not. But it's only gonna be long because I be rambling, and I'm not like a get to the point storyteller. But I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. But you know what? Like when I say as quick as possible, I mean like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or something like that, or however long this phone records for. All right, I'm 16. I'm in high school, and I meet a boy. His name is Junior, and Junior is 19. And I know I'm 15 when I meet Junior. He just turned 19. I'm 15, but I'm going on 16. And I he was my first love. I mean, I was head over heels for Junior, and we were just inseparable. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. I love that man so much. In high school, he was my high school sweetheart. Um, Although we wasn't in school together, he had already. I was like a sophomore, a freshman or a sophomore, and he had just graduated high school, so he was a little bit older than me. But I don't know. I loved him so much, and we I want to say out of all my kids' dads, he was probably the one that was the most like me at that time. We had very similar personalities. We were both like really, really laid back. And he was just my person, and I was his person. And me and Junior just, we were together for about 3 years throughout high school. And that was my best friend. There did get to a point because when I first got together with him, I was so young, and like you know how you change a lot when you are young. So I did get to the point where I felt did not feel like I was in love with him no more. I just felt like he was my best friend. And it was this boy at school who I really wanted to date, and he liked me too. But I had a boyfriend. I had a long term boyfriend, and um, you see, I done skipped the whole how we had kids thing. So like a few months. So I'm gonna back up a little bit. A few months after we started dating, probably like 6 months, we came up with an idea. We're like, we want to be parents. Let's have a baby. Like it's just something we talked about. We fantasized about having kids, and I'm just like, I want to have a baby with you, and he's like, I want to have a baby with you too. So we started trying to have a baby. Like I do not. Um, I do not regret none of my kids, okay? But that was very, very silly to try to have a baby at 16 on purpose. But I did. Um, so we got pregnant, and I remember the day I found out I was pregnant. I was in school, and we had the baby project. You know, the project you have to do when you take care of a baby, right? And it's like, although we did get pregnant purposely, but it was still shocking when I got pregnant because I did not like when you young, you just are not smart. So I just didn't realize I was gonna get pregnant so quickly. But all I know is I had missed my period, and I really didn't think nothing of it. But then we had the baby project the day they gave us the babies. And mind you, like I'm a whole party girl. I'm a whole party girl out in the party scene in high school and stuff like that. And we had, I feel like I'm talking in circles, my lord. Okay, so we had the baby project. I came home that day with my fake baby. It was like those computer babies. And um, I'm like, I'm going to take a pregnancy test because I'm late on my period. And I didn't think anything of it until the day we had the baby project. I'm like, that would be crazy if I'm already pregnant. So I'm like, let me go buy a pregnancy test. I bought a pregnancy test and immediately, and I bought it from a dollar store too. Like, didn't even have no money talking about some having a baby. Like, girl. Um, so it said pregnant. The first person I told, I'm like, what? I'm like, that is crazy. Life came at me fast after that. After the first pregnancy, and I'm like, that's just so crazy. I told my best friend first before I even told my baby dad. I told my best friend, I'm like, see, I'm not even parting my hair or nothing. I'm just going with the flow. This is not gonna be a. This is only gonna be something I'm gonna wear under a do rag or something for a week or so. But so first person I told was my best friend, and she's like, "What?" Like I don't know. Maybe she could have thought I was lying, or like maybe you're not sure, but she just like, "That's crazy." And then I told my baby dad, and I'm just like, I sat him down. I'm like, I'm pregnant, and I showed him the pregnancy test, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "You trapped me." Why do men do that? I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a whole conversation we've been having, and like, what do you mean? Like, my little 16-year-old brain is like, what do you mean I trapped you? Like, oh, we were both talking about this. Like, we had like a mini argument. He was like, nah, I gotta go. So he left, and he left for the day, and they came back like the next day, and he was excited the next day. But we're just like, okay, now what? We don't have no money. Like, I think I'm gonna have to do this in separate videos. This is gonna be just my first baby dad. I got 5 kids dads. That's something I'm proud of. But I'm gonna explain how this happened, how I ended up with a single mom of 5 baby dads. I mean, I'm gonna try to keep it in one video, but most likely I'm gonna split this up to a few different videos. But so we got pregnant with my daughter Antea, and I don't know, like I was happy, but then I was like, oh crap, this is real now. How are we gonna make enough money to support a baby? Like I was already doing a baby project, and I failed that test too. I failed. I mean, not the test, the project. I failed. My baby, my fake computer baby, died because I wanted to go party, and the little computer baby would not stop crying. So I put it in the closet, and I'm just like, I'll be back for you. When I came back, the baby was not crying no more, and like you get take the baby back to school, and the teachers read the computer chip and what happened to your computer baby, and it was like a regular baby doll, but it had like a computer chip in it. And mine died of starvation. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be a terrible mother, and I cried, girl. I cried. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, it is too late, and I'm like in high school, and I'm like trying to hide my pregnancy from everybody. I'm trying to hide it from the school, but I was very, very petite at the time. I was very skinny, so like 2 months after I got pregnant, my hips are the first thing that spread because I was oh make sure okay because I was skinny, so it was not hard to like I could only hide it for so long because I started gaining weight real quick. And I was like Googling. This is how my parents found out. I was Googling. I was Googling something about pregnancy. I can't remember exactly, but like back then, like this is like 2005, 2006. No, this is 2005 because I got pregnant 2005. and I was googling like how like to do like what to eat when you're pregnant, like healthy food or something like that. I can't remember, but this is like back in the day. So we only had one computer. This is back when families only had one computer. Like now, we have like six computers in my house now. But back then, families only had one computer, and everybody shares the family computer. So I'm just like, my dad was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Nothing." Like he was so mad at me. He was like, "You pregnant? You pregnant?" He was very. He was furious. He was furious. Um, I can't remember exactly what. I can't remember every little detail, but I do know he was mad, and my mom was mad. They were both disappointed. But then when I went to get an ultrasound and they found out it was a boy, he was like, "Okay," because it was just me and my sister. We had no boys in the family. My dad was the only man in the family for a long time. So he was like, well, at least it's a boy. At least it's a boy. So fast forward 9, 10 months later, I have the baby. It's a girl. Oh shit. I'm See, this is why so I can't tell stories. My boy was my second one. The first one was a girl. And then after I had my girl, fast forward, I give birth. I'm such a bad storyteller. I swear I'm gonna get better. But I have my girl. I give birth, and I'm breastfeeding at this point, and I didn't know. I heard that if you breastfeeding, listen, I was not smart. This is my not smart era. Okay, so I didn't know that if you I thought that if you're breastfeeding, you could not get pregnant. And I did not know you can get pregnant right after having a baby. And my baby girl was only 3 months old. And then I got pregnant again with my boy. Same with my same high school sweetheart. We got pregnant again. I'm sorry. I feel like I got to start this whole video over. This is not looking good. I feel like I got to start this whole video over, but I'm not going to. Listen, you either going to keep up with me or I really don't know. If it's confusing you, then I guess don't watch this video because it's hard for me to focus and tell a story like during the timeline. I feel like it would probably be better if like I wrote. Maybe I should do that with my second video. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write down like bullet points of what topics to go first, second, third, fourth. I think that would help me with storytelling because I be all over the place and I'm sorry. I might do this video over. I'm gonna definitely do a separate video telling the story again on TikTok and like different things. But where was I? All right, so I don't know. This is gonna be a long video, so have your get a cup of coffee. But so I give birth to our daughter. I get pregnant again. My father finds out. He's furious that I'm pregnant again because at this point I'm only like 17 and I'm pregnant with my second child at 17. So um so um so yeah, obviously he's not happy about that, and his family wasn't happy about it either. His mom was like, "What are you guys doing? Why are you guys doing this? Like, pregnant again? Really?" We hid it for a long time as much as we could, but people started seeing, oh, Shayla wearing sweatpants again, and they knew I was pregnant because when I wasn't pregnant, I would wear like jeans and real cute stuff. And then when I like the for my first pregnancy, I had to wear sweatpants. I couldn't fit none of my clothes. So yeah. So then got pregnant with my boy. My dad's like, well, at least it's a boy because we don't have no boys in the family. I feel like I gotta do something over here. Like I said, I'm not good at doing hair at all. But so we got pregnant with our son. We had our son towards the end of like at this point I'm about to graduate high school now. And I graduated with two kids and I'm in alternative school because I was like a wild child. I was not a good girl. I was kind of like I just party. I just drank a lot in high school and I used to party a lot. So I had got sent to alternative school because I was like drinking in school and carry alcohol. I don't know. Around that time, this is like before I realized I was an alcoholic. I just thought, oh, I mean, that's really where it starts. Like most people, alcohol, if you like on alcohol, any type of substance, it normally starts when you're in like high school or whatever. All right, so I have my um baby, and towards the end of our relationship, I had just graduated high school. It was my graduation day. Mind you, I already been feeling like me and him are just friends. Like we stopped being intimate and everything because I just didn't look at him like that no more. Like anytime we were intimate, I definitely feel like I was just doing him a favor. Like it would feel like a chore. Like I don't know. At this point, I'm 18 or 19, and it was my graduation day. And mind you, I was only holding on to this relationship because he was what I was used to, and so like I was willing to just go along with it because we had two kids together. I wasn't trying to be no single mother, um, and I it was my graduation day, and he came over to say like hi to me, and me and him just knew each other so well. We like spent every day together for the past 3 years. Like we didn't go days without seeing each other. Oh crap! And like we were both like drinkers, and he would drink, but it wasn't like he wasn't like no alcoholic or nothing like that. He would just drink sometime. And once he Kai's done with the put his sweater on and huh? What? All right, so I could always tell when he was lying to me or when something was wrong. So when I seen him, he just had to look in his eye like he messed up, and I'm like, oh my god, these look so janky, huh? Yeah, I go to y'all room for a little while because I'm about to clean up after I'm done with my hair. But so I'm like, what did you do? He's like, nothing, and I'm like, no, what did you do? And then finally he admitted that he had cheated on me. He had, I guess, an affair with some older lady, and I'm like, okay, and I broke up with him. After I broke up with him, he was so sad about it, and that's when he started drinking. But I had already said like I was done with the relationship. He was like begging for me back, and I'm just like, no, because I already like feel like we're just friends anyway, and I wanted to try to be with the other guy, and me and the other guy started dating like literally right after. Like I know that was kind of messed up, and I should have just been single for a while, but I'm just like I started dating the other guy that was I was uh, in my high school, and like immediately like I stayed out all night with the other guy, and I had came home the next day, and he was like he had been at my house all night with the kids, and he's just like begging me, begging me, begging me, and I'm just like no, and he was just so sad about it, and I'm like we could be best friends, like you'll always be my best friend, but I just did not want to. After he broke up with me, he that still like really broke my heart. Like, why would you do that? And we've been, like you could have talked to me. You could always talk to me, and I would have understood. You didn't have to lie to me about it. And honestly, you know, he could have told me the truth, and we still would have broken up. But don't just go doing that with somebody else, and then whatever. So like right after I broke up with him and I spent the night out with the other guy, I came home and he just started sitting on my porch every day drinking like a lot. And that is kind of what started his that's when he became an alcoholic. And he became a bad alcoholic. Like he was hanging out with my alcoholic friends all the time, even without me. Before he would only hang out with them when he was with me. But then he just started hanging out with them without me, and then eventually, like, I couldn't really go out like that no more because I had kids. So he would just be hanging out, drinking all the time, and ever since then, he's just been a really bad alcoholic, and that's what kind of started it. And sometimes I be feeling like I wonder if it's like my fault that he is this way because he still struggles. And but like we kind of all struggle from substance abuse, and we kind of all were like just like in this toxic little triangle, you know. But this video is 20 minutes long now, so I'm just going to upload this the way it is. I don't have the patience to try to edit this to make it make more sense. I'm sorry if this was really chaotic. I'm not good at storytelling, but you know, I did want to kind of get this out there. Um, so yeah, this looks terrible. Actually, it don't look so bad when you look at it like this. But then they start sticking up. We were like, yeah, nah, but this ain't nothing but for in the house anyway. But so we broke up, and that was my first kid's father. Then I became a single mother, and I will make a second video with part two.